big hint that I saved from the kapund. I don't know if you guys remember. It was the thigh and the wings. I did mention that I was gonna make gai from that. And here it is. All I did was chop that up. And the vegetables I will be using in my gai or the chicken stool is mushroom and Asian vegetable. I think it's bok choy and eggplant. Now these are just the vegetables that I was able to find in my refrigerator. So I am using what I have in my fridge. In my pot, I have lemongrass, galanga, and the kalime leaf. What I'm gonna be doing first is cook my chicken. Then after that, I will boil the chicken until the chicken is soft. The hen is a little bit tough, so you wanna cook that long period of time. So here's my oil. Let's go ahead and cook up the chicken first. I am just gonna use a little bit just so that the chicken doesn't stick to the pot. All right guys, let's go ahead and get a close-up view of that. All right guys, let's get cooking. Putting the chicken. Okay, I'm just gonna let that cook until it kind of turned brown. Then after that, I will add water to it. And I forgot to mention one of the ingredients that I will use to thicken my sauce is what we call kabua. Basically, it's just soaked sticky rice that I blend up. Now I put some lemongrass, Charlotte, and galime leaf in the mix so that it will give you that nice herb aroma. Alright guys, let's move on to the next step. My chicken has been cooking for a little bit long. All I did was just, cook it down, the liquid, and kind of wanted the chicken to kind of dry up with all the herbs. It looks like it's doing that right now. I've been cooking in high heat. What I'm going to do next is season my chicken. Then after that, I will add my water. So I will just add a little bit of salt for now, maybe a little bit like teaspoon. Okay. I will add some of the chicken broth. I'll start with a tablespoon for now. Okay. And of course my MSG. I am trying to hurry on this because my pot is drying up and I don't want it to burn. Okay, about a teaspoon of the MSG. Alright guys, I'm going to mix that up. Then I'm going to add my water in there. Okay, when I said I want that little burnt-like chicken before I add the water, let's get a close-up. This is what I mean. You can see it kind of drying up, but that's what I want. Then I'll add the water in. You're gonna cook the water down pretty much until your chicken is soft. I like my chicken stool or gai to have a little water. So at the end, I will have a little bit amount. I'm gonna add some more actually. This will not be enough to cook my chicken. And when you cook your chicken down, before you add the water, you get this nice brown broth. This is what I like in gai. I don't go straight to putting my chicken in the hot water. I like to kind of sear it first until it's brown. Alright guys, I will add more water because this is not going to be enough to cook my chicken until it's soft. I think I have good amount of water to allow my chicken to cook and at the same time to make my flavor more flavorful. So this is the amount of water I'm gonna you know, have. Of course, at the end it's gonna go down because you're gonna cook the liquid down. I want my omgai to have a little bit of water, not too much. So just let that boil and let the chicken cook, and we'll get back to it. It's boiling. I want to go ahead and remove the buildup because I want this chicken stool or omgai to be a good clear broth. So all you're doing is remove the buildup. Make sure you get all of them out. That way we have a nice clear stool afterward. Right. Once I get this removed down, I will turn my heat down a little bit. Right now it is set on high. I don't want it to boil too hard and, you know, get my liquid drop down too fast. I want to slow cook this a little bit longer so that my chicken will be soft and my liquid doesn't drop down too fast. The chicken is soft. I will go ahead and move on to the next step. When I said simmer, this is what my simmer looks like. I've been cooking this for a good 40 minutes in this simmer stage. The chicken is ready. All right, guys, the chicken is soft. I will add my rice water in there to thicken the sauce up. I turn up the heat to high. Okay. I will start small amount first, then I will increase the rice water or kabua. Now you want to make sure your heat is turned on high when you add this so that the rice doesn't stick or doesn't clump together, and you want to make sure you stir it. While that is boiling, I will add my eggplant. The eggplants take a little bit longer to cook, so I want to make sure my eggplant is soft before I add all the other ingredients. So I'm going to cook it while the rice water is cooking. Okay. I'm going to add more because obviously it doesn't look like my sauce is thickened. So I'm going to add more of the rice water to thicken up my stool or omgai. So here's the rice, the portion of the rice that's all, it settles all in the bottom of the blender. Now you want to stir it so the rice doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan or the pot. Once it cooks a little bit, it shouldn't give you a problem, and you don't have to stir it so frequently. Now while that is boiling, I will taste my flavor to see if I needed to add anything. Now I did mention that I was gonna add one special ingredient, which is my padek. I always add that in my omgai, so that will be one ingredient that will need to be added in there. All right, guys, let me get my other stuff and I will show you guys. All right, guys, here's my padek. I will add a little bit over a tablespoon. Now this is a big spoon, so I will add a full spoon of this size, which is like a little bit over 1 tablespoon. Okay. Let's taste if I need to add the chicken powder or the salt. I'm gonna give it a tap. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the chicken powder. I could use a little bit flavor in there. I think this much will do. Oh, you can see that right there. Now, like I said, I don't have a fixed amount when it comes to seasoning my food. I adjust as I go. And you guys could do the same, of course. But I do start little on the salt part. I don't go heavy all at once. Now you're just gonna let that cook. As the rice cook, the rice water that we added, your sauce will start to thicken up. Now if it doesn't thick to the that you want, you could always add some more. So I always make sure I make extra of my kabua or the rice water. Okay, I'm actually gonna add a little bit more. I like my gai to be thick with the sauce. Okay. Now each time I add this in, I want to make sure I stir the bottom of the pot so the rice doesn't stick to the bottom and burnt. Okay. I might need a little more, but we'll see. I want to give it time to cook and I'll check back on it. Alright guys, I'll be back. All I did was I allowed my pot to boil and allow my rice to cook and allow the sauce to thicken up, and also cook the eggplant down a little bit before I add the rest. As far as the taste go, it's good. I like it. I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm not gonna add anything else. So, and see my sauce. This is what I like my gai to look like as far as the sauce. It's very thick sauce. Now all you do is you just cook your broth down and you will get that result. If not, you could always add more of the rice water in there to thicken it up. And I like my my gai to not have too much water. This is the amount of water that I like. So I'm gonna cook it down just a little bit before I add the mushroom and the vegetables. Now those two items doesn't take long, so that's the reason why I'm putting that the last. I want to cook the eggplant down first, and I'm probably going to take out the lemongrass, kalain leaf, and the galangal before I add those vegetables and mushroom in, just because, you know, they're not going to be eating that, so I want to take it out so it doesn't take time. Alright guys, let's go ahead and add the mushroom in there. Okay. Love mushroom. Okay, I'll mix that in. I had to switch my spoon because the little one was hard to stir them. Okay, now the mushroom doesn't take long either, so I'm not gonna cook that too long. And plus I'm gonna have to warm this up before I serve them. Let's go ahead and add the green. Hold on, Deb. Add the whole thing in there. I love these vegetables. All right. Mix it all up. See that? It doesn't take long to cook the vegetables. There we go. A nice chicken stew or gai for dinner. This is how I make my chicken stew or gai. Alright guys, this is it. So I am done. Once I serve it, I will warm it up once again. I'm going to turn the heat off and I am finished with this dish. Alright, thank you guys for stopping by.